Hello everyone, welcome back to Reserved Investments on YouTube. I want to take this time to answer a question that I'm routinely asked, and as a matter of fact, I have a question from a reader of mine who reads my articles in Antiques and Auction News, and he brings up a very valid point that I want to answer for you guys, okay? The topic of this video is going to be on coin and currency collecting. So if you have no interest in those hobbies, if you have no interest learning about anything regarding those hobbies, this video may not be for you. As I've stated before, when I created this channel is devoted to an unbiased look at all topics that surround the greater antiques and collectibles marketplace. A lot of my earlier videos were done on vintage video games, modern era video games, movie posters, Lego, stuff of that nature. I do want to do some videos on other topics that I'm also passionate about and very knowledgeable about in the greater antiques and collectibles trade. So that's where I'm kicking this video off. We're going to go into coins a little bit here. So without further ado, this person wrote me, and I got this a few months back, by the way, this particular question, and I'm going to summarize it. I'm not going to reveal the person's name. It just says, Sean, I keep seeing record-breaking auction sales for items related to coins and currency in the overall antiques and collectibles marketplace. I'm thinking of getting into this particular hobby, but I don't have a lot of experience or knowledge in this realm. What advice would you give to a novice or intermediate collector who knows the basics of collecting, speculation, and investing, but wants to break into other collectible categories like coins and currency? This is a great question, okay? Before we begin, I have to put some caution out there for some of you guys, okay? Unlike every collectible category that I've covered so far, whether it be modern era or vintage era video games, Lego sets, movie posters, Pokemon I think I touched on, Magic the Gathering, any of those categories, the average collector can go out, spend 50 to 100 bucks, and most likely he's not going to lose a significant amount of money by going to GameStop and buying a, Nintendo Switch game that he enjoys, and then later puts it on his shelf and collects it, okay? A person buying a $14, $15 amiibo is not going to lose their shirt if they buy one amiibo, keep it sealed, and put it on the shelf. Whether the amiibo becomes worthless over the years, or you know what I mean, he sells it at a yard sale for $3, or it goes up to $30. Chances are, when you're dealing with that little bit of money, it's not going to matter in the greater scheme of things, unless if you're buying like 100 of those amiibos, 100 Funko Pops, or 100 Nintendo Switch games. Then it does add up. Point I'm trying to make is, out of the whole genre of antiques and collectibles, that whole category, coins are one of the most advanced and sophisticated markets to learn in the greater antiques and collectibles category. That said, there's only two markets that I can think of where you require a lot more knowledge, or at least equivalent to what you would need in coins. That's fine art, meaning if you want to buy a painting for $250 million, you better know what you're doing before you call in an expert. Because an expert can authenticate it, but if that expert is wrong, I assure you, he probably has insurance to protect himself. You want to at least have some understanding of the way the rare art market works before you spend that on a painting, okay? The other category that I would equate coins to is, and again, it doesn't have that many record-breaking sales. Actually, the category is actually out of vogue right now, would be higher-end furniture, some of your pottery, some of your rare glass pieces from American history. Some of that stuff can get up there where you're paying, $60,000, $100,000. It's really not approaching what, like a $3.4 million coin, but still, on the same token, you have to have advanced knowledge of that category. Now, where I caution beginning collectors to at least be aware of before they start their pursuit on collecting coins and currency is, there are a lot of very experienced, high-financed, very sophisticated investors operating in the coin and currency marketplace, okay? Some of these people have decades of experience, not years. I personally can name people who have 40, 50, 60 years of collecting, speculating, investing, dealing, buying and selling rare coins and currency that are very knowledgeable operating in the marketplace. And when a deal comes along, even if it's on what I call the lower end spectrum, they know how to monopolize that deal, and they're always there. One thing about coins and currency is, and you're going to find this, and some of this is going to frustrate some of you beginning collectors out there, it's almost like, and I say this cautiously, but it's almost like there's an invisible floor on some of the prices for some of these items, even at like the $1,000 to $2,000, which is what I would call entry level in the rare coin marketplace collecting field. Okay, you're going to have coins that routinely, if they're accurately graded, if they're on a website like Heritage Auction, Stacks and Bowers, you're really not going to be able to get a deal unless if somebody passed on the item for a reason that your inexperience may not leave you to believe at present time. What I mean by that is you can have two coins graded the same grade by the same grading company, okay? One coin can sell for almost twice the amount of that other coin just based on eye appeal, whether or not it's beautifully toned, has no toning, or depending on the characteristics of where the defects of that particular grade lie. Okay, if that makes sense. So you can have two coins graded. I'll use this example. Coins are graded in a scale of 0 to 70. 0 meaning the coin's a piece of crap, and 70 meaning it's in absolute beautiful shape. Mint state 70. Okay. That said, most of where I tell people to collect is 63 to 65. That's the bottom of the uncirculated grade all the way up to gem uncirculated. So 63, 64, 65. So let's say you're looking at two silver Morgan dollars, okay? Both graded by, we'll say, PCGS, and they're both Carson Cities. They're both the same year. We'll go with 1881. And they're both sitting next to each other on an auction, or even if you go to a coin show, on the bourse floor, meaning a dealer has them both out. You can have a coin that's valued at $1,200 here and another coin at $1,800, just because the coin valued at $1,800 has more luster, eye appeal, or is of a premium quality coin, okay? That does not mean the person who paid $1,200 for the coin over here got a bad deal. It just means when you go and sell that coin, most likely someone else is going to put it in that same category of not being a high specimen, a high quality specimen for the grade, okay? Eye appeal, luster, all that stuff matters when it comes to coins, not just the grade. You have to understand that. So I'm going to give you my tips on how I recommend anybody from entering this type of field. First, we got to start at the beginning. The rare coin marketplace is in a transitional state. What I mean by that is the average amount of money you're going to have to spend on a coin, and I know this is going to cause controversy because you're going to have people, if this video gets more than 10 views on YouTube, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be people upset with me for saying this. But keep in mind, I've been involved in the coin marketplace for about 20 years now. I've seen a lot of what's transpiring. I also profit from it, and I also collect to both invest and also because I enjoy it. That said, most coins that you're going to want to collect are going to be $1,000 on up. To have anything that's truly going to go in what I call an investment grade collection that is going to appreciate over the long term. You're looking at trying to appreciate 10 to 20 years out if you're building what I call a rare coin collection, okay? That said, given the idiosyncrasies of the market, you have to understand that if you're going to spend $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000 a coin, you don't want to make mistakes in this particular marketplace. It's not like buying, I've said this before, a vintage Star Wars figure or going out and buying a vintage video game, okay? Completely different markets. There are people operating in the coin market who live, breathe, and die by this stuff, okay? So, how do you start? The first thing you do is you have to have patience, okay? You have to develop a mindset where if you're going on a Heritage Auction, Stacks and Bowers, which I'm going to talk more about in a bit, and you register to bid and you're going into a bidding war, you have to understand that there may very well be someone else who's going to pay a lot more than you're willing to pay for that coin, and you should, at certain times, let them get it, because it may not be in your best interests to bid a higher price, because you don't know what their end game is. Their end game may be they just want the coin. They don't care if they sell it at a loss 10 or 20 years out. Okay? That's something that you got to keep in mind. Patience pays in the coin collecting marketplace, as it does in the currency collecting marketplace. The markets tend to go hand in hand. More on that later, or possibly in another video. That said, the way you start out collecting coins is you pursue knowledge. Unlike video games, Lego, toys, even like movie posters, you have to have the basic knowledge. And you do that by reading a lot of books. So I'm going to show you 5 of my favorite books on the rare coin marketplace. And I'm going to do another video that goes into depth as to why I recommend these books. First book. This is a price guide and a mintage advisatorium on the coin marketplace. Okay, it's the United States Red Book Coin 2020. Get this 16 bucks at any bookstore or on Amazon. Okay, it's a must-read book if you're looking to collect coins. The second book, this is the must-read book if you're looking to get into coin collecting. This is the Coin Collector's Survival Manual. It's about 22 bucks at Amazon or almost any bookstore. You might be able to get it a little cheaper. It was written, I think the version I have here came out in 2015 by Scott A. Travers. Okay? This book teaches you a little bit how to think more like an investor and collector in the rare coin marketplace. It shows you tips and tricks for grading coins, understanding why certain coins that have better eye appeal sell for more money. Okay? Another book, The Insider's Guide to U.S. Coin Values by Scott A. Travers. This is an excellent book as well. And I'm not gonna say too much on it because it's almost like a continuation. If you read this book, by all means get this book because it goes right along with it. The next book is one of my favorites. I'm gonna do a whole video on this book coming up, so you don't gotta worry. It's called Pleasure and Profit, 2nd edition. You want the 2nd edition, 100 Lessons for Building and Selling a Collection of Rare Coins by Robert W. Shippey. Again, get the 2nd edition. Finally, I recommend Inside the Rare Coin Marketplace by Q. David Bowers, Secrets to Being a Smart Buyer. This is an excellent book as well. I think it's 15 bucks. Now, you're going to sit here and you're going to go, well, Sean, you just told me to spend 100 bucks on books, on coins, before I even start to get into the hobby. Why is that? Because again, unlike other collecting fields, you're going into a sophisticated collecting category where there's a lot of people in that marketplace that really are there. I hate to say it, they don't care about you, they don't care about your feelings, and they don't care about $1,000 or $2,000 you're going to spend on a coin, because most likely, I really hate to say it, there's people in this marketplace that'll drop 100 grand in one auction on 10 different items or 12 different items or even just one item. That's just the way the market is. So you have to be prepared to spend money and do research. If you're reading these books and you're sitting there going, this is as dry as toast, this is boring, I'm going to tell you something. Coin collecting's not for you. I'm just going to be very honest. There's a lot of people that are going into certain collecting categories in 2019 and really in the past couple of years just because that's where the money is. But they have no passion. So if I tell you to go read Pleasure and Profit, the 2nd edition, and you open it up and you go, this book sucks, it's freaking boring, I'm going to come back and I'm going to say to you, dude, coins aren't for you, okay? Pick something else. It's just not for you. The people who succeed in any type of advanced collecting categories in regards to investing, speculation, any of that stuff, they have a passion. The difference is they're able to regulate their emotions and passion so that they don't go overboard and leverage themselves beyond their means to acquire items that may or may not go up in value. That's the difference. And I don't care whether you collect video games, Lego, Tiffany glass, whatever it is that you love, okay? I get it. I have a passion for all this stuff too. But you have to put emotions into perspective, okay? If you live your life where you just buy stuff based on emotion, you are going to have one shithole of an existence. Whether you hit that stage at 30, 40, 50, or 60, at some point, it's going to catch up to you, okay? You have to start making intellectual decisions on what you buy, what you collect, even what you have a passion for, okay? You can change your own mindset if you need to. I would never tell you to go into a collecting hobby strictly for money or strictly for investing if you don't have a passion for it, okay? Coins require a passion, okay? You either have to like the history of the coins or you have to like coins themselves. There's no other variable there, okay? So, after you read these books, the next step is you want to go to www.ha.com. And for those of you that don't know, I'm sending you to the Heritage Auctions website. Now, some of you are going to say, Sean, you know, Heritage sells a lot of stuff over $500, $1,000. I don't have the money to buy anything on that website right now. I'm going to go, you know what, brother? That's fine. I hear you. But you can register an account for free, and you're going to have access to every single sold item that's sold through that website in all the collecting categories they offer for the last 10 years. It's free to create an account. You don't have to bid on anything. Because you know what? I really don't want you to bid on anything if you're just learning the market. Okay? That would be stupid. Okay. So after you register, the next thing I want you to do is after you read these books, I want you to pick certain coins that you know you can afford. Okay? Use the price guide, all right, along with coins that capture your fancy. Okay? Whether they be Morgan silver dollars, peace dollars, whatever it is. Get about 3 good coin categories together. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you want to collect a Morgan silver dollar, a peace dollar, and a standing liberty quarter, okay? Or even a walking liberty half dollar, okay? They're all good choices, okay? What I want you to do is start getting, they make actual official red books for each type of coin out there. So this guide's on the Morgan silver dollar series, okay? This book tells you what the optimum collecting grade for each coin released in that particular subset of series. I'm sorry about the glare, guys, okay? The information in this book is priceless, and most of these books are 20 bucks or less. On Amazon, they're even less than $20, okay? So you're going to say, again, well, Sean, I just spent 100 bucks on all these other books you're telling me to read. Dude, if you're going to spend $1,000 to $2,000 on one coin, you want to do it right. Pay for the knowledge, okay? Even after you buy that one coin, you still own all these books. You can always go back to it. So if you want to buy a second Morgan silver dollar at some point, you can open this book up again, and it'll help you again. And you already paid for it, okay? Now, after that, take a deep breath. Start cruising Heritage, not to bid, not to buy, but to research the coins in your mind that you have an interest in, okay? Hopefully you already at least have an idea of what they're selling for, okay? Hopefully, all right? If you don't, though, the Heritage website keeps all that data online. So all you got to do is after you're signed in, if you want to look up a 1938 D Walking Liberty half, which is the key coin in the series, you look it up on Heritage, you put in the grade, and all the listings will come up of what it sold for, and you can see the variances that I'm talking about. Because you're going to see some that sold for $1,000 and other ones that sold for $1,600. You're going to go, why are people saying $1,600 for this coin and $1,000 for another? That's where grading comes in. That's where in a lot of these books, okay, I think this one definitely goes into it, they go into grading. The 2 major grading companies in the coin marketplace are PCGS and NGC. There's also, to complicate things further, because us coin collectors are weird, we need a grading company of grading companies, so we have the Certified Acceptance Company, which basically says that they're going to look at a graded coin from PCGS, NGC, and if that graded coin meets what they consider to be an agreeable grade that they gave that coin, they're going to sticker it with a green little sticker that's called a bean, okay? CAC is written on it. Coins with CAC stickers, for some weird reason, sell for a higher premium in the marketplace, okay? Just like right now, one of the trends is, and I have another video on this coming up, The trend in the rare coin industry, I hate to say it, PCGS coins stickered with a CAC sticker sell for more than equal to what NGC graded coins, even with the CAC sticker, sell for. I don't agree with that. Again, I do not agree with that. I'm just telling you what the trend is currently in the marketplace on average. Okay? The other thing you need to do is when you read these books, okay, you need to understand and start picking up on the dynamics of the marketplace. Coin grading, eye appeal, premium quality. All these terms come into fruition, and they're very important in understanding the dynamics of the rare coin marketplace. Okay? This video is approaching 20-some minutes, so I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to do another video on this topic coming up. I also promise you guys more LEGO videos, and I'm still not done commentating on the vintage video game market. Okay? If you like this video, click the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe. Okay? I did no promotion for this channel. What you see is what I got. I think I have at this point, I'm actually higher than I thought I would be in the YouTube algorithm. I actually have something like 12 subscribers, I want to say, which ironically, for starting a new channel, the first month, you should only get 5. So I've doubled that. So not bad for not promoting any of this. So anyway, I thank you guys for watching. There's going to come more videos on this, so don't worry. I know I throw a lot of information in this video. If you didn't get it all, it will be explained further in more videos. Thanks, guys.